Hello and welcome to the recap in the Gregg case, day three. Day three was the defense. The defense didn't put on much of a defense, let's be honest. We started out with underage victim, the same stories like the state got out that she was dabbling a little bit with self medication, and other than that, she seemed fine. They had concern. They had talked to her mom about her self medication. That's we didn't hear it. They don't show minors on TV, which is fine. But what I could gather from it, it was just more. Yeah, there was nothing really there. Then we had an officer, the officer who found Carly standing on the road, and everything turned to shit because they were asking questions. Then they asked questions about, did she ask about her mother's well-being? He said, I don't remember. And why he had turned off his body camera. And I thought, what does it matter? But they hadn't shown a physical copy to the state. So he was sent out, had to go look at the video. Judge got angry. Then we had the medical professional, the psychiatrist, and I thought, finally, we are going to hear about how Carly was absolutely cray cray when it happened. First of all, we waited a long time because they hadn't turned over the medical journals to the state either. This defense is about the worst defense I have ever seen, and especially in a as a high stakes case like this is. But they figured that out. There was a lot of waiting. But when he took the stand, it seemed more like, I'm going to tell you everything about mental illnesses that's in the book, everything about medication. It took the defense almost 2 hours to interrogate him. If you go and do the watch back, watch the last 5 minutes, because then that's when he kind of summarizes what's wrong with her. He claims she has bipolar 2, and the medication she was on might not have been the right one for her mental illness, but they didn't know that at the time. The rest of it was, well, Carly seemed like a teenager, and she might have been a little bit over pleasing for the mom, but nothing there. He claimed that she told him she had heard voices. She never reported that to anyone else, only to him. So to me, that seems kind of weird. She had put it in a journal earlier, but it was not the go do this voices she had heard before the incident. That was There were more like voices about, oh, you're better than everyone. So again, it seemed to me a whole lot of talk about very little to kind of confuse the jury. Carly had also reported that she didn't remember anything while it happened. And with my 13 years of experience, you hear that a lot in a lot of cases. I can't remember. I didn't. I just blacked out. And seldomly is it a good defense because we saw a body cam video when they got the officer back later. That officer showed us a very calm young woman. She was asked about, what gun did you use? She said this one. They did gunshot residue testing on her hand. She was asking, is my stepdad okay? So she clearly knew she had done something, but she was calm, totally calm. There's no emotion, no screaming, no psychiatric problems. He was talking about schizophrenia. He was talking about a lot of stuff, but what he would say she probably had was some undiagnosed illness and bipolar 2. I don't know if it's going to work for the jury. It didn't work for me. I'll be honest. I didn't buy it because it's just too convenient. Oh, I had a blackout for exactly those 15 minutes where I did everything bad, But at the same time, I was cool, calm, and collected enough to. We saw the video. I replayed the video yesterday. She's not screaming. She's not hollering. She's not crazy. She just goes in. Mom's in my room, searching my room. I'm gonna go take care of that problem. We see her walk into the kitchen, still hiding the pew pew, texting the dad, making sure no one sees the pew pew. After that, she grabbed the camera off the wall and threw it in the fridge. To me, that doesn't scream insanity. That's kind of, what you're doing is wrong. But it's all the defense have, is trying to say, well, she didn't know what she did. State will be calling rebuttal witnesses today. Maybe one, two doctors to say, well, he has no basis for his diagnosis. He only saw her for 4 hours and watched some notes. That's what I believe they are gonna say. But join us today at 9:45 when Eastern. When the case picks up again, I don't see. I don't think she had a good defense. I hope she didn't pay for these defenders because it was horrendously bad. The judge was so mad yesterday because nothing, nothing they have done have worked. Nothing they have done have been on time. And I feel sorry for Carly. I did that to begin with. She's clearly a troubled young woman, but a troubled young woman who also have to fight the worst battle on in her life with the worst defense I've ever seen is it's heart wrenching. But we'll be back 9:45 Eastern today to see rebuttal witnesses, closing arguments, and it'll most likely go to the jury today. I had thought it would do it yesterday, but we spent 2.5 hours talking about all the illnesses she didn't have and what medication could do to them. I I yeah, we full honesty, I think she'll be found guilty. I think she did it, and I don't think she was insane. I think she is very mentally ill, but that's not insanity in the eyes of the law. But join us later, and we'll figure out what happens. Thank you for watching.